So my name's Andrew Dimashki. I live in Chelsea, grew up in Glen Waverley, and now part owner of an office here in Harcourt's Glen Waverley, here in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne. I've been an agent rep or a sales agent since 2010, January 2010, about 13 years now. For the last 5 years, I've become one of the part owners in the same office, always been the same office here at Harcourt's Glen Waverley. There's 3 of us owners here. We've run an office of about 50 staff members, 23 sales guys under me and the other sales manager. And we've got about close to 15 property managers, and then the rest are all admin staff and sales support and all that. But yeah, real estate agent, hands-on real estate agent. Certainly get out there, do all my opens, my prospecting, my auctions, call auctioneer as well. So all those things, guys. So that's me in a nutshell. I was very fortunate to work with some great leaders when I started, and I'll never forget the one thing they always told me when I started. Real estate, it's not about houses, it's not about fast cars, it's not about that. It's purely a service-orientated business. It's all about people. 100% of our buyers are people, 100% of our sellers are people, 100% of our investors are people. So if you understand people and you understand that very well, you're going to do really well. So I've always sort of told people, in terms of real estate, it's a job that you're not going to make quick money. I've always told people that real estate is something that you're going to need to learn the ropes. You're going to need to get your face out there. And that might take years. And then once you do start doing well, by doing all the right things, it also takes time after you've made sales, in terms of settlement times and all that, to start making money. So It's certainly not a job that you look at for quick money. It's a job that you need sort of trust from your clients. You need time. You need to really look at it as a career choice and a career lifestyle. It's not something that you can just go in and do 9 to 5 and clock off at 5:30. That's always the way I've looked at real estate, but very, very rewarding career path if you do everything right. Me personally, what do I do with it? Okay, so it's people management. I'm constantly trying to ensure that my face is out there. I'm very big on what we call an attraction model. I believe that it's not who you know, it's who knows you. So I'm very, very big on making sure I get out into the community, whether it's primary schools, whether it's the shopping centres, whether it's the churches, whether it's sporting clubs. I'm very big on putting my face out in the community, and I'm showing that I support and I give back to the community. And I find that doing that well really puts myself out there, and let people sort of, try and sort of remember who I am, and see that I support them and their communities and their sporting groups and all that. The other thing for our attraction model is running a very, very tight ship in the day-to-day job that we do. So I'm talking about my open inspections. We like to call them world-class open. So we believe that a lot of people come in looking for agents, even to open inspections. We like to show that we do everything right. We like to show how much passion and professionalism that goes with it all, because we think that attracts people to us too. The other things we like to do as an auctioneer too is really perform some big events. Our auctions aren't your average auctions. They're always got bubble cup vendors there. There's coffee and tea for everybody. We make it more of an event. There's show bags for everybody, and just internally 5, 6, 7 staff supporting each auction as well. So it's all about attracting people to us. It's exposing ourselves out in the community and all that. We feel that sort of comes to us. So to what I do on sort of every day is exactly all that, managing people, managing our opens, going to our opens. Every day is different. Monday is contacting, phone calling all our prospective purchasers, prospective vendors, communities. We're contacting them. We're doing reports for our owners. We're writing reports on who's come through their properties. We're writing reports on, and this is after speaking to the buyers, getting their feedback, put it in black and white to our owners. So we're writing reports. We're having sales meetings on Mondays. Tuesday's a little bit different. We finish off all our callbacks, finishing off all our reports, start to do a bit of prospecting, hopefully set some appointments up from the calls on Monday, to start going out to seeing owners, getting together with buyers, taking offers. Wednesday, a little bit more relaxed than Monday and Tuesday in terms of admin, but we do Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday open. So Wednesday after lunch is pretty much open inspections. Wednesday nights, meeting people again, owners, appointments. Thursday's pretty much the same. Friday's a bit more relaxed, but really starting to prepare for what we call game day on Saturday. So every day is different. A lot of contact. We like to speak to 100 to 200 people each week, whether it's owners, buyers, prospects. Every day is different. And then Saturday, it's completely out in the field. We like to conduct at least 3 to 4 open homes, 2 to 3 auctions. And that's pretty much collecting people's data, conducting our open homes, which, like I said, are world class, and making sure that all our auctions run as smooth as possible as well. Look, one thing I love about real estate, it can be quite flexible. If I need a day off, I need a morning off, or I need an afternoon off, touch wood, I need to go to a funeral, I need to do something that's very important. I will manage. I will sort of set up the office so it's I can disappear for a bit, but no, I don't really take any time off. 6 days a week, I'm in the office. Spend a lot of time here, and Sundays is my rest day. Anyone that's sort of looking for that 9 to 5 job, I've really sort of got to question if they're really serious about the job at all. It is a lifestyle. I get messages, between 9 p.m. and 12 p.m. It's like people are on realestate.com messaging me about properties. I think it's, people like to sort of, send inquiries before they go to bed. My point is, we never turn off. I go on holidays, I go to Queensland, I go to Bali and all that. My phone is constantly messaging, and there could be times where you're chasing a listing for a year. If somebody calls you and says, I'm thinking of selling, they can't wait 2 weeks. They can't wait 2 weeks till you get back from holiday. So real estate is not a 9 to 5 job. It is a lifestyle. You are on 24/7. You've got to respond to your clients. It's a bring it back to the start. It's a service orientated role. People expect answers yesterday. People want professional service. So to come in and think you can do something an 8:30 to a 5 o'clock job or anything like that, it's certainly not that. It's certainly not easy. Okay, we're not digging trenches underground and all that, but we consume a lot of hours in our job. It's mind consuming. It's mentally challenging. Some people say real estate agents have a lot of hats. We're psychologists. We deal with people in death. We deal with people in divorce. We deal with people, unfortunately, breaking up, moving, all those things. So we're constantly making sure that we're empathetic. We're constantly making sure that we're understanding. We're sensitive. All those things to every situation that's there. So there's nothing robotic about what we do. There's no exact way to do it. Every day is different, and every day is consuming. We're having coffees with business owners. We're having coffees with developers. We're having coffees with mum and dads. Where, it's a long day, stretched out, service orientated, building relationships. It's constantly building relationships. So, it's not a desk job. It's not, it's not all about prospecting either. Although that's certainly going to be your core to your business, but every day is different. It's just not and get back to your answer on your question, Aisha. It's just not a mundane, everyday type of job. Now, there's two answers to this question. You could be a super heavy workforce that just absolutely loves working and workaholic, whatever you want to call it. I've been managing people now. I've got 18, 19, 20 staff under me. I've seen people come in and do it in 18 months, and I've seen people come in and do it in 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Now, it really comes down to, what motivates you and how much work you want to put in and all that. It's like you said, Aisha, it is one of the best jobs in the world, because the more you put in, the more comes out. The more that you put into your time and into your training and into your own tools and all that, the more that's going to come out. So you can actually, you've got a blank paycheck. You decide what it's going to be once you start really sort of, doing well. So in general, I think it takes 2 to 3 years to become a turning an agent that's on commission and turning good checks and doing good numbers. And you got to look at it like if you want to be a doctor and earn $200,000-$300,000 a year, you got to do a 7-year course or a 6-year course or a 5-year university degree. If you want to be a lawyer, there's 4 to 6 or 7 years of being a degree. And I tell people when they come into real estate, I said, some of my colleagues here are earning $500,000 a year. Some of them are earning $750,000 a year. Most of them are earning what the Prime Minister earns at $300 to $400 a year, $1,000 a year. It takes time to learn the ropes and get out there and look at it as an apprenticeship for 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
Because once you get past that apprenticeship, those early years, it's a very rewarding. It's a very rewarding career. So, the answer to your question is, look, I would give it 2 to 3 to 4 years. If you've got a pretty good life balance and you want to get home to your kids, or you want to sort of enjoy life as well. But I've got a staff member here, Bruce, young Chinese guy, young married man, no kids. He would spend 16 hours in the office. He became a very successful agent after about 12 to 13 months, and now dominating the Wheelers Hill suburb in his 2nd or 3rd year. So, and I mean dominating, like killing it.
Amazing.
So,
good on him.
Yeah, he sends me emails. I see him send reports at midnight. Like, he doesn't stop. I've had to pull him up to say, mate, you need to relax.
You need to relax. Yeah, need the time out.
Yeah, so he put the hours in that most people would do in 2 years. He did it in 1 year. So if you want to look at it as hours, yeah, it's probably going to take a couple of years. Yeah. Depending if they want to get into property management or sales, because look, you're talking to a salesperson, so I'll probably just answer it from the sales perspective.
Yep.
I get this all the time. I interview agents. I start new agents a lot. For us, we think the best way is to a sales support role. A sales support role. Obviously, there's going to be training wherever you go, whether it's Ray White, Harcourts, Bell, doesn't matter where you go, McGrath, of course. McGrath's got some of the best training in the country, actually. We go to McGrath training in New South Wales a lot.
Love that.
Obviously, the training's all there, but as a young agent or anyone coming in as an amateur into the industry, I think working as a sales support to a good performer, in an effective business unit, we call it EBU, within a team. And really just to see how people operate. See, hopefully your mentors or the agents that you're working with take you out to appointments, let you shadow them at appointments, let you sit down in the boardroom to watch negotiations. All this stuff is watching experienced staff really will propel your or just really speed up your learning curves and all that. There's a lot we can learn out of books. There's lots we can learn watching videos, but being in and amongst it and dealing with buyers, dealing with potential owners and seeing what's important and how we build trust. I think working under a team, working as an assistant, working as sales support is definitely the way we like to get agents involved.
Yeah.
Also, while doing that, get them to go out and prospect, get them to go find leads, get them to door knock, get them to do letter drops, make some calls to people that have been through our opens. Try and create some opportunities as well. Once those opportunities are created, get one of your senior guys to come out with you. Get the person that you're working with to come out with you, and sort of just make the chances a lot better of getting a successful outcome. So definitely coming into the system, under somebody as an assistant,
Yeah.
part of a team, is what we recommend. We've seen in the past agents coming in and just getting thrown straight into the deep end. Here's the yellow pages. Try and find some listings. Don't seem to last very long. Look, there are, like everything in life, there's up moments and down moments. The worst part, look, for me, look, I'm a young dad. I've got 2 little kids. The worst part for me is probably not just spending all these beautiful minutes and days and hours with my 2 little girls. It's 5, 6 o'clock comes, and I really start fighting with myself mentally. Should I just go home, or do I focus on what I'm doing at work? And look, if this was a fairy tale, I'd probably pack my desk up and just go home, but it's not. In life, it's sacrifices. It's putting food on the table. I take my girls on beautiful holidays, once or twice a year. They've got a beautiful roof over their head. They've got whatever they want. The worst part for me is just that challenge of getting home to my family and because like I said at the start, it's not a job you can just clock off at 5, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays is literally when our day starts. It really does. We hit the phones. We're talking to people. We're doing appointments. There is flexibility. It doesn't have to be every night, but that's probably the worst thing for me about real estate is just the consumption of hours every day, every night for me. I'd love to just go home and spend all this time with my kids and watch them grow, but I'm sure that they'll see the value in what I. Look, a lot of agencies have different setups. A lot of agencies have different structures for their staff. But in general, I think agents in the first year are anywhere between $45,000 to $75,000, depending on how generous and look, if that can pay the bills, again, it's longevity, this career. It's something that if you do everything right, put the hours in, whether it's like we said before, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 years, you're going to start earning some big money. So anywhere between 45, actually probably 50 now these days with minimums. 50 to 80 would be normal. Normal. Probably not even the 80 grand. Probably more to 50 to 70.
Yeah.
I think that's the right sort of. Again, I'll come back to my example before about becoming a doctor, becoming a lawyer, you're getting zero. You're getting zero at university. You're getting zero when you're training for this, these roles. So look at it as a positive. You're learning you're learning to be an agent in a super industry that pays big money to people. Make sure you're living at home because you don't want any financial stress. Make sure that you've got yourself set up in some way, shape or form, because real estate is not easy money. It's not quick money. It's certainly very rewarding as the years go on. And I've always told people now in my 15th year, I work less and I get paid more every year. So it gets better, it gets easier, and you start making more money if you do everything right. My advice is, make sure that you've got some support, whether it's family, living at home, whatever it might be. Make sure you've got some support. You might need it. Be completely open-minded. Don't look at anything in the first year or two as people are using you or people are telling you to do things that they're not prepared to do. All these little facets, all these little things about real estate, you're going to need to do as on your own one day anyway. Learn how to do it and do it well, and let people letting you do it or thinking you're doing it for free. Letting you do it is probably what the big thing is there. Take it as training, hands-on training, and get it done. So complete open mind, be very good with people, begin building your database from day one. It's probably my biggest mistake. I found out how serious that was years into my career. So building your database, if you had a good chat with somebody, mate, they're a nice person to talk to, put them in your database. You never know what they might, who they might know or anything. You want a database full of really nice people to talk to. So build your database early, start being open-minded and And like I said, have a good bit of support around you is probably the big things. And if you're in it for a year or two, go sell ice creams. You'll probably be better off. If you want a big, long career, it's something that, it can be very rewarding.